His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Connaught Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. Is that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you we are vexed that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he would have fallen in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they cared. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. Being a bad person, George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
This government assigned security to the former president's house. This government is capable of bribing any of its security to plan any evil in the former president's house. This government has done so many things that have questioned the credibility of the president. They have manipulated the law. They have manipulated security. The president has interfered with investigations of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. We know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. We know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example. If a former president, the police should go there to verify. Let them come out and say that fire incident is a lie. Have they gone there? What happened to President Weah's house? It is not party chairman house. It is not speaker house. It's not NSA director house. It is the house of the man who was just the chief executive of the country. It is the house of the man who was just president of the Republic of Liberia. We are talking about someone who held the mantle of the country. That's the person we are talking about here. It is not just any obscure person. Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, Because the politicians will go away, the regime will pass away, but your country will stay, the law will stay, your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
God Almighty, acknowledging His sovereignty, His grace, His providential presence, hovering Kings 88.5, and the family year. We acknowledge Him, having kept watch over us throughout the night, and He has brought us into this day to make His society better. It's an obligation. It's not a choice, not a privilege, not an opportunity, but an obligation to speak truth to power. Change is not a walk in the park. No, life goes with so many challenges, temptations, resistance. Change as a whole, the ultimate goal that, or the characteristic of change is resistance. People are resistive to change. Not all, but some people are resistive to change. Yeah. And you find them in the government. They don't like to hear the truth. So we are grateful to God Almighty. It's another day again, people. Thank you so very much for coming on. Keseli Basa is on. Nina Kuya. Yes, it seems in your area is good morning. So I say yes, good morning. Yeah, it's the afternoon hour, Nina. Chris Wule, Batnutsville Estate, District 11, the district with the regime speaker, and you people are enjoying your life in District 11. Benson Devio Victor, Joshua Quiga, Bushro Island, Douala, George Johnson, Douala, Sonny Boy, Glado, Sinker 12th Street, Philip Kura, UAE, Bapin Pauli, Johnsonville, Titus, Jipley, Lower Magibi County, District 1, Monaba, Jogba, Malu Fofana, 20th Street, Sinker, 5th Kelvin, Bapin, Limba United, Stephen Fala, Central Morovia, Stephen Yakade, Lower Magibi County, Clarence Doyle, Johnson Street, Bohoman, Lehman, D15, Quillen and Banks, Moulton Corner, Broadville, CN Menza, Grand Kipman County, Charles Weir, Henry Tito, Caldwell, Thomas, Ambassador Thomas Blamo, Copper Farm, Mambackley, Julia Wanwell, Johnsonville, William Derio Wulu, the official spokesman of the Civil Rights Movement. Jonathan Sanswu Senior. Okay. Patricia Zeal, your office, Ed Wallow, Maryland County, Patrick Vogolo, So Clinic, is that So Clinic? Preston Tukba, So Clinic Community, Paul Fefian, okay, Magibi County, Patience Wisner Lane Street, Joan Mama Logale Street Business Center, Usman Saul Gale Street Business Center, Gabriel Lawson Iron Factory Business Center, yes, Amara Jala, Brussels. My dear sister, that's great. Good to have you on the show. Orita Sunday Way Choir. I hope you are faring well. Good to have you on. Welcome. The chairman himself is on, Romancio Romarico, or Cannibal for short. The chairman, the melting pot chairman, the chairman that cuts across all race, creed, color, the chairman who doesn't discriminate, the only chairman whom everybody in his common citizen self wants to be around. That's great. Good to have you on. Chairman Roman Rico or Cannibal, chairman of Iron Factory Block 13 Intellectual Center, Eugene Jobo, Capital Bypass. All of you great people. The protocol is so very long, can run through all. Time is of the essence. All right. So that's it. Today is Wednesday. I think, let's see what our partners have for us. They asked us to give you some dollars. Our partners, REL Radio Entertainment Liberia, and I think they got some cash to give you today. I think it is something around 5,000. I think so. Yes. So yeah, it's 5,000. You want to start playing? Yeah, so they'll give some money today. Once the information comes in, then I relay it to you, yeah? All right. So let's get started. Now, time is of the essence, but just hold on. Once the information comes in from LIB Entertainment or Radio Entertainment Liberia, I'll share it with you. The European Union has defended Nigeria following U.S. President Donald Trump's threat of military action over alleged religious persecution. The EU emphasized its respect for Nigeria's sovereignty and commitment to promoting peace, interfaith dialogue, and human rights. European Union Ambassador to Nigeria, Gautier McNaught, stated that the EU is prepared to enhance support for peace and security in Nigeria and will continue its peace-building initiatives to foster unity. This response followed Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern over claims of religious persecution. Meanwhile, Nigeria has delivered a strong caution to Donald Trump, warning him not to create another Sudan through the false allegations of religious persecution in the West African country. Still with Nigeria, a court there has given detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, until Wednesday to open his defense in his terrorism trial or lose the right to do so. The order came after Kanu, for the fourth time, refused to begin his defense despite the prosecution closing its case. Representing himself, Kanu filed a motion to strike out the terrorism charges against him and order his release, arguing they are baseless and rely on repealed laws. Detained since 2021, rearrested, Kanu faces 7 terrorism charges he calls unconstitutional. While supporters continue to demand his release, the government insists he must face trial over alleged crimes against the state. Jamaican music superstar Sean Paul said the scale of the effort required to help people in the country is overwhelming after Hurricane Melissa devastated most part of the country, with his hometown Kingston, in which 28 people died. Sean Paul is appealing for global assistance package to help the people of his country, Jamaica. BBC Jamaican correspondent Lucy Hopkins spoke to him.
I'm trying to keep positive, I mean, after, days and days of communication and trying to help out in different ways. On Saturday, I broke down. It's like just the amount of energy it takes and the depression that starts to set in. And then, you have to shake yourself out of it because there's just so much to be done that we haven't even tipped the iceberg yet, For everyone that wants to help, for everyone that has, have had a love for our culture in Jamaica, the fastest way to get help to the people on the ground in ground zero right now, which is West Jamaica, the entire West was trashed. You can go to foodforthepoor.org. It's foodforthepoorja.org. This is a reputable institution or organization that's been doing this for over 30 years, getting help to people who need it. It is overwhelming. I myself took a drive to the country yesterday, countryside of St. Mary, which was not hit as hard, but still hit, and they don't have light yet. And a lot of people out there can't even see the rest of what's happening because once they get charged on their phone, they're just trying to call loved ones to make sure that they're okay.
I just wonder, we saw some pretty harrowing images on your social media from when the hurricane actually hit in Kingston. And I know it wasn't as bad in Kingston, but what was that experience like?
It was very frightening, and especially for my young kids. That's the first time they've seen trees dance like that and the wind move like that. Our family has been through hurricanes before. The biggest one that we faced here was Hurricane Gilbert in '88, and that time we didn't get back light for 3 months. It happened in September. We didn't get back our electricity until December. My family didn't get a generator until late November, which helped us get light and be able to do homework and things like that. So, not just our people out of everything that they've known to be as a comfort, but also schools are kind of just trying to get back into some semblance of normalcy. My kids went to school today for the first time since the hurricane. And as we said, Kingston wasn't hit hard, but there are just things to do, clean up, people to help. It's a very mind-blowing situation. I can't explain it any other way. And any help that anybody wants to give is very much appreciated.
Sean, you remember Hurricane Gilbert, you're just saying, and you've got kids yourself. Yeah. Do you worry now about the long-term impact for people, that young kids are going to remember this or be traumatized by this for years to come?
Surely. I was traumatized. In Gilbert, a piece of our whole house blew in, and my mother and I were flung back on the wall. And, for months, there was debris in our house, in the cupboard, in like different places. So I can imagine. I mean, I just heard story of 15 babies that were under 3 months old yesterday. They're sleeping in cardboard right now, cardboard boxes, So it's a terrible situation, and we're trying to get help out there as much as possible. And what I can do is let anyone know who wants to help donate to that organization. It's a reputable, trustworthy organization that gets food, which is what they need right now: clean water, food, and certain cleaning implements, like hand sanitizers and stuff like that. The amount of mud that came onto people, and then that's the farmland in Jamaica. So rotting vegetation and dead animals and stuff like that. The death toll, as you said, is now at 28, and we're trying to keep that down. So any help that you can is very, very much appreciated.
Jamaican musical star Sean Paul explaining to BBC Jamaican correspondent Lucy Hopkins on the devastating Hurricane Melissa in his country and his hometown, Kingston, which was hit but not very badly, as you heard him say in the interview, but other parts, terrible. Yeah, it's if you had the time to have seen it on the screen, it's terrible. You can tell when disaster will occur. We have to be very, very cautious. We have to be on the alert in Liberia. We have to be on the alert. If such not happening in your country or anything of natural disaster isn't happening in your country, it doesn't say it's not going to happen or another thing not going to happen. We not want any of those, but we have to be on the alert. We didn't see COVID-19 coming. We didn't see Ebola first. Even though there were signs, God showed some signs, we overlook it, and then it befell us. We forgot to put mechanism in place. We fell asleep, and then COVID-19 befell us. We weren't in the position to handle that. Again, worst of all, almost all of the countries were touched by COVID-19. So we can't sleep when you see these things happening. Be on the alert. That's why God said, He said, when you see these things, get ready, be on the alert. These are signs. And if you overlook them, they're going to happen. You can never tell. You can never tell. So let's just be on the alert, eh? That's why we need to use our resources wisely and not put everything at the disposal of the white man. And then we are filling our pockets and expect the people to see us and heal us because we are representatives, we are executive officials, we are judicial officials. Remember now, I'm not saying I'm not hoping for anything like this because you can tell when and how it will happen or where, but we have to be on the alert. If not, forget it. You can be a legislator, you can be a president, you can be vice president, you can be executive official, you can be a journalist, you can be a Yanamba, you can be a business person. Disaster just don't discriminate. Yeah, Sean Paul, millionaire. You heard how he talked. It affected his town. He didn't see it coming. He and his family didn't see it. Disaster don't discriminate because you are a musical star or you are a journalist or you are a politician or you are a business executive, so it's not going to tell you. No, disaster knows no status, knows no name. Disaster is just disaster. But disaster can be prevented by the early warning signs, taking advantage of those signs. Let us not sleep in Liberia. With that, let's talk our second pointer from the foreign development. Well, yes. It's today. It's a great day. It's a great day. Seditions are those guys who are producing the songs for CDC. I do not know whether they are seditions, but assume they are seditions. And let's say they are seditions because the way it is produced, they are so good, so classic. You think you aren't listening to a party song, but just a normal song that attracts you, that gets you on the dance floor, that gets you flipping your fingers, tapping your feet. I wonder where the guys do the production. It's so good. It's so good. And they are taking over. They are taking over the country with the song. And you see, DJs, you got to spread the song. Oh, it's so unique. I had the opportunity of receiving days. So good. Israel passed it over to me. Good. I sat down listening to them. Start snipping my fingers and knopping my feet. And the wordings. The guys are so good. The song. Listen, it's not just song. It's not just, when people say song, what get people to it, what get them so involved, fully engaged with the songs. Not necessarily how it sounds, but the wordings, the pitch of the voice, the fluency. No discrimination, please. I'm not condemning anybody. I beg you, I hold you for. You don't feel some kind of way. But me, I know how to sing. But God gave me that desire. I like music. When I listen to religious music a lot, when people are playing some song, I'm listening, going home is in my ear, and all the kind of thing that in the church, when the choir is practicing, I go to sit. Church service, I like to listen or watch the choir sing. Sometimes I say within myself, why didn't God give me this gift too? Because I admire the people. Listen to this song. I was thrilled in the office. Yes, apart from the other ones, though, this one, these songs are so great.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger, we are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here, together we will grow. CDC is our party. George Way is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. Oh. Hey. We are Shian CDCians and the common people too. We build this new foundation with red, white, and blue. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, in CDC's big family, you'll always have a part. CDC is our party. George Way is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life.
If you are a Real Madrid CDC, all right, then you can dance out your frustration from last night.
We rise above.
The songs are so unique, so superb, so inspiring.
Street and corner, let this anthem sound. CDC is for everyone. Come and gather round. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. So let the drums beat, let the people sing from our new headquarters. Let freedom ring. CDC forever, together side by side. All are welcome here with dignity and pride. Show let my show let my show let my show let my.
Wow, classic. Yes, that's the description I can put on it. Classic, perfect, superb. These people can sing, right? Yeah. Here you go. I know our men on the other side, I know they're going to spend thousands, but they'll go tell people America or somewhere to produce good song for them because they know how to do nothing. They say they're bringing around December 6th. What are your song? You ain't get studio, the poor get studio. I was preparing for the show to come on and just started listening to them. Fine, perfect. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. We'll come with the next one. Perfect song. Some of you. Oh, Ambassador Water. No, man, my man. I ain't got time for that thing, man. My man, beating Real Madrid. Liverpool beating Real Madrid. I want to come and waste my time on. Yeah, we knew that. That was the normal. Real Madrid team that plastered, the weak. That La Liga, they can raise morale in La Liga team because when they run around, they fall down, they get them penalty. That's how they look. They were looking for it yesterday. No way. You saw Vinicius laughing. You saw Mbappe laughing. You saw other men, but watch them in La Liga. You see them. They saw European football yesterday. The door ones there. That La Liga Madrid strength they're playing this weekend. You always see them. You see Vinicius, he will run from his goal pole all the way to the opponent pole. Then he fall down. The referee say penalty. Then Mbappe can he whip it inside. Then say, yeah, Madrid strong, Madrid strong. Madrid strong. That against small La Liga team. I'm blaming that Barcelona. You go sit down over there, begin stand out all of one power in his school. The ball drop in front of all of one, you tap it inside, and they say the people are y'all come out again, your Real Madrid people, and see whether with everybody, all my players coming back, whether y'all can beat us. That team there, they will sack Xabi Alonso before we reach the half of the season. I'm telling you. And you're sorry, Liverpool should have beaten Real Madrid 5-6 or 7. Liverpool, the people suffocated Real Madrid. They suffocated them. They baptized them all. They suffocated. You know what suffocation is? Madrid were between few seconds between life and death. The referee had to look at it and say, no, just how when you're watching wrestling. Yeah? When you're watching, you see the person is on the ground. Few seconds, the referee will run there and knock 3 times and pull the person off. That person, that's how Liverpool was suffocating in London. Real Madrid. Oh, the weekend, yeah, Madrid strong. Madrid strong? That in La Liga. Okay, let's go. Ambassador, what are you the one me to talk about the team, man? I get time for that team today. The world's greatest team is playing FC Barcelona. You asked me about Barcelona here and they can't bring Real Madrid. All right, so the executive branch of Joseph Yuma Bouaka government, Unity Party government, the president has told the legislature that the submission of the 2026 budget will be delayed by a week. According to him, they need time for more consultations with their national and international partners for comprehensive financial framework, as he posted in his communication to the legislature. It should be with the legislature at least 2 months before the end of the current fiscal year. December, by October, should have been October 31st. Bouaka said, though the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning and the Liberia Revenue Authority had done with the revenue and expenditure framework for 2026 budget, consultations, however, with development partners are yet to be concluded. They are still on that, and that would take at most a week. The reason why the legislature should understand, he went further to say that the consultations are critical to ensuring that the budget aligns with domestic priorities and international commitments. And you expect that the legislature, because it is a rubber stamp legislature, that will happen. And you don't trust that legislature on anything. It was said that anything Bouaka wants, it will happen. The regime speaker said it. Even though the pro tem did not say anything public, but you can tell from the pro tem's action. The pro tem got over there because of Unity Party. Had it not been Unity Party, she wouldn't have been a senator nor pro tem. So you see, she wouldn't say anything public, but her conduct. That whole legislature now is Unity Party legislature. It has been reported that 19 Liberian students studying in India under the Moravia Consolidated School System Scholarship Program are facing neglect and abandonment by the Unity Party government. the number, including teachers pursuing master degree study, a PhD, and undergraduates, are coping without medical insurance and stipends to sustain themselves on campus. They are calling the government attention to their plight. Well, the government has the capacity. The lawmakers and other people are using thousands of dollars every day, so they have the capacity. This one, Liberia is so I do not know, but I think we know. Envy, jealousy. Everything that is happening with Munsability is not that the government is ready, but it's because the government is envious. It's envious. It's pure politics. We are entering into the election era. I told you by 2026, the National Elections Commission will start preparing and everybody will start getting ready if they have not started yet. All of those things you're seeing around with all of the political parties, independent candidates, everything from discussion to practical action, they're campaigning. The government does not want Munsability to take the credit. They see Munsability impact in Nimba County and surrounding areas. And if he continues that way, if he's left unchecked, Munsability might sweep that whole side. Already Nimba County, not much going to work in Nimba County for the current government. I see Samuel Koga working against them already. Something is working. Something is being cooked on the ground. As much as Samuel Koga have some disagreements with the opposition, but he equally not 100% satisfied with the government. So let's put him in the middle, that he is in the middle of this. You can be in the middle, but you can take a decision on certain things. The rift between he and the vice president will continue. It will even get stronger and worse as we go further. Hold on to that. So everything the Ministry of Public Works doing is politics, is envy. Don't want him to take the glory. They see it on political ground. Yeah. So Ability himself is uncomfortable. He raised a concern on that today. He raised a concern on that in a statement to the government of Liberia, that what is happening, it is just not good for the country. After that statement, he came out in a couple of minutes. Hear what he said. My wife is from Sino County, and she asked me to build a bridge between Tugba Town and Sagbet Town in District 3. Public Works, my 28-year-old marriage is in your hands. That's what he wrote after releasing a statement to what the Public Works Ministry said about the bridge that can be constructed, even though he was told to seek permit, and then fast forward. Just thought to share this latest with you about this one, that his wife is from Sino County, and his wife asked him to carry out development in her county to build a bridge there. The Public Works Ministry said no. So he said that his 28-year-old marriage is in the hands of the Ministry of Public Works, meaning if he can do nothing in his wife's county, it is not that he doesn't have the ability. It is because the Ministry of Public Works, from a political standpoint, refused. So the wife should not blame him. The wife should blame the Ministry of Public Works. He has the ability, according to Musa's ability, to do it as his wife instructed him, so that at the close of the day, probably when he's off the legislature or off politics, she can look back over her relationship vis-a-vis political life with her husband and say, okay, this is what my county can boast of. Or when the people of her county say, but you've been the wife of this politician for all those years. He was the head of the CMC political party. He contested the presidency. What your county can show? What can you reference? What can we speak of? Simple. That's what he meant. That if anything happens to his marriage, then it's the Ministry of Public Works. To quote him verbatim, word for word again, my wife is from Sino County, and she asked me to build a bridge between Tugba Town and Sagba Town in District 3, Public Works. My 28-year-old marriage is in your hands. That's how he ended. Liberia is very interesting place. Let's have this break.
They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger, we are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here, together we will grow. CDC is our party.
Hold on, we get to these songs, they are so great. From West Point to Point 4, the boy have voice, the voice, Johnny voice. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me exhaust the pointers. Liberia is an interesting place. A place where people brag, boast, rant when they are in government, when they are in academia, just whatever the sphere of life or discipline, especially within the academia. Do you know that Liberia has too many doctors, not a single paper? Do you know that Liberia is one African country gifted with doctors, but brain drain of papers? One of the things that shift a country's future or identity is when its people who have reached that academic echelon can now focus on various aspects of that country and start to make interventions or bring about change by the right out. Look in Sierra Leone, go to Sierra Leone. Furabe College, how it has helped in other colleges with doctors. They are writing papers. Right here, Guinea, go there and see. Nigeria, don't talk about Ghana. South African countries. Their people rely on the expertise of their doctors and other people. I thought to share this because over the time I've observed that the guys here are just excited, motivated when, or that people should call them doctor. They are excited, motivated. Doctor. Then you see they feel so elated. They feel so spirited. They feel that they are royal kings and queens. You will say that it is not a prerequisite or it is not a law, but it is an advantage going to a PhD level because it's all about research. So your dissertation focuses on a specific line of research. That's what the dissertation is focused on. Say the person dissertation, the person will choose to look at Liberia's political culture and just do an in-depth. At the close of the day, coupled with other issues, that person will now know how to pen, bringing out the minuses of why Liberia politics have been this way and the future, why Liberia will be this way in the next 2 years, 3 years, the political culture will be like this, will be like that. You see that in Ghana. You see that in other African countries. Liberia is dependent too much heavily on foreign writers. It's not that Liberians are not interested or don't want to read their own books, but they aren't available. They are not available. You got Liberians just on Facebook ranting, excited, and a PhD in behavioral psychology, and a PhD in this, PhD in that, which is good, welcoming for the country. But how empty is that PhD when a single paper cannot be written on any one of the sectors that you are trained in? People have PhD in medicine, PhD in clinical psychology, PhD in different things, PhD in political science. But listen, look at all of the people with all those PhDs. They're hustling on government job, looking for government job. In other countries, the lady is writing, bringing up papers. Somebody comes into our country, they bring their books and they're telling you, these are my books written, and encourage you to get a copy. You can go on Amazon. Yeah. Can Liberians do the same when they are in another culture, introducing the book? Go to the University of Liberia and see the number of doctors that are there. Go around, go to other academic institutions, then get outside those academic institutions. Look at people on the outside. This country is blessed with PhDs, but the PhDs are all hustling for government job. Nobody is researching. This whole culture can be researched and changed. You give it a new identity. That people walk in a bookstore and ask for a Liberian writer text. Just as you walk in bookstore and say, do you have a XYZ book? Guinea, Ivory Coast, Ghana, the people walk in the bookstore, they're getting their own people booked. Ghana, the people books are taught in their schools and universities and polytechnics and colleges, written by their doctors about their culture. Those things help to change, to give the country a different outlook, unique one. You hardly see doctors and other people in forum or fora discussing the in total of the culture from from their respective disciplines, as we see in other countries. You don't see it. Like we watch on the television. There's this program that BBC has, I just forgetting the name. The experts come together, a panel discussion, one group on the other side and the other group on the other side, and they are discussing XYZ about the country. You hear this man making reference to his book. You hear the other man making reference to the book that he has written in that area. And when there is time for a question and answer, you see a person stands and say, Dr. John Josiah, thank you. I've been reading your book about our culture on this and that. There is this line that you have on XYZ. Won't you mind explaining this line? What do you mean by this and that? Holding the book in the presence of everybody, his or her culture, referencing that book being written by his own or her own. People just excited. I'm not being specific with anybody. Thank you. Thank you. Peace. Thank you. Peace, gentle love. Thank you. Is it? Yeah, he's a hard talk. Yeah, there's this guy who does it. He's so good. I like his fluency and the questioning. Yeah, hard talk, eh? Is it hard talk? You sure it's hard talk? Yeah, it is a panel discussion. The one you're talking about is with Stephen Sacco. Stephen Sacco produced Hard Talk on BBC. This one is a panel discussion. Is a visual TV. You see the two sides and then the moderator. But I will get the name. Different I But our guys here, they've been enjoying excited. I'm talking to anybody who, but I say my observation, what I have seen over the time. What I've seen. And I can be specific with this one because it's an open service of public information. We're in a gathering prior to Representative Dixon Sibo and the other people getting into this House melee. And the education people were there, other people were there. So it was Representative Dixon Sibo, Senator Francis Dopo, Hazin Kazulu, who else? The education people and other officials. So they were discussing from one thing to another. After a couple of speeches, then Dixon Sibo, Representative Dixon Sibo, was introduced. And then in his closing, he said, but this country has XYZ doctors and this, and we have not seen. I think he was referencing the education, the Commission on Higher Education to step up to the plate there, other academic institutions. So he was saying the same thing, even though he wasn't long on it. But it being a while now. The very Commission on Higher Education, the doctors there, doctors all over. But you have not seen a single paper. I'm not saying Boko, paper, because there's a difference between paper and book. A book is a whole volume. A paper is just few sheets. We rely on foreign writers too much, as if we have brain drain. We do not have reading appetite in our country. No. As much as our society isn't that enlightened to the letter, but I think vast majority of our population read. You see people buying books. You see discussion. The society is getting enlightened. So if a librarian writes a book and that book is in the bookstores around, you'll find librarians using it. You'll find librarians using it. Librarians have the appetite to read. But if it is not available, How would they read it? You go in the bookstore, go to all of the bookstores, just enter most of the bookstores. Just ask anybody, say, do you have a Liberian book? A Liberian writer, any book on Liberia? The bookseller will tell you, no, go into the library and search all around for a Liberian book, a Liberian writer. You wouldn't find any. But if you ask for a foreign writer and you give the full name, the person in the library or the bookstore will go there and bring that person's book. Should we not be reading our doctors, our specialists or experts in certain areas books? We should. When foreigners come here, wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't they be excited seeing Liberian writers' books and taking and caring and making reference? They come to this country, they see doctors, but they can't hear of a single. But when our doctors leave from here, go right in Guinea, they hear people talking about their books. Ghana pa forget it. Because the people pa forget it. The people live in book. I'm talking to anybody who I just thought I woke up this morning. I know that God put it in my head. Say, when you go to the station, please put it on your discussion list. Maybe God wants the guys here to be writing. Because God wants to read Liberian books too now, Liberian writers' texts. God wants to read it. God has read most of those countries' book. Nothing. Just kidding on that. I'm not spiritualizing it. Just kidding. But we got nothing. We can be boasting. The oldest country in Africa don't have a single from all of their doctors. Not a single. You can go in any bookstore and ask for Liberian text written by a Liberian and you will get it. And challenge anybody right now. Nobody. So they were trying. At least they wrote a paper. Joseph said, Guanu, who else? I think they tried. But those are archaic texts. You're talking about texts that people can look at and say, oh, though it's hard to get this, but I think Liberia, somebody was telling me about a Liberian writer on so and so. I think that book is available. So let's get on the internet and get that book written by a Liberian. You know, that's one of the reasons they don't send, when people doing even PhDs, they don't send them to Liberia to do research as per their dissertation work. Because nothing, what you come into research, you got to, part of your work besides the practical aspect, you got to run through some of those writers' texts, some of those doctors. So they would send you and say, go to this place, go to that place. Or sometimes you take on the initiative yourself as per your program. Nothing. We have to change. This politics. Everybody, the man has two PhDs. Can you imagine? Then the man bragging on Facebook. He get 2 PhD. So he excited. So everybody now, the fact that that man receiving 300 or 1.5K or 2K, congratulations, then a big achievement there. Look at the doctors that are sitting. Okay, Walter Sankawolo, thank you, Victoria Ade. Look at the doctors that are sitting in various ministries. There is no private office to devote time to writing. It's not that the time isn't there, but they try not to create the time to start producing text, to start scripting. Because at the close of the day, the man wants to be at this forum. He wants to be at this. He has government job. He wants to be at this forum. So no time. No time. But he can devote time because you can devote time. Doctors, they devote time. Their work is their life. That's why they put all their time, energy, and resources into it. Their book is their legacy, their academic legacy. Those doctors that gone, people still reading their books, referencing it. The ones that are gone most recently, the books, the writings are fresh. People still reading them. Well, what are we waiting for? Our doctors here have to rise to the occasion. You have to stop sleeping. It doesn't make sense. You just excited, people calling you dark. Then you're excited. The only thing your bozo, when I was doing my PhD in this country, he was there when no. Let the people see, talk less, write more. Let Liberians say when foreigners come, they say, this book was written by one of us, John Yakpawulo. Let the people take that test and say, oh, this, we can use it in our university, or we can use it in our culture. It can help. This is a problem that we've been facing. We find a solution. Thanks be to God that we've got an expert piece, excellent piece written by this Liberian. They take that text, they carry it. It's not just saying, yeah, Liberia making headway, Liberia image has been restored. That's the political aspect. What's the academic aspect? We inviting doctors into our country to come and lecture. They bring in their books as if we do not have doctors. When those doctors come in the country, our doctors feel inferior. They feel inferior. Where the inferiority comes from, Sam? When the foreigners start to talk about their books they've written, there where our doctors can feel inferior because our doctor can't make any reference to anything. We have to change the entire atmosphere of our country. Let our doctors start rising up to the occasion. Let it not be all government doctors. You get doctorate degree, then you sit down in government office. Okay, not bad. You can sit in the office, you'll be writing. Those doctors in other countries, they devote time, they got office work. Some of them, they are not office bound. Some, they are office bound. But they devote time after work, they're sitting in that office. For 2 hours, 3 hours, the man is scripting. The man goes to deliver an address. He has a script, prepared script. That's one of the easiest ways. Very seldom he goes extempo. Because when you script, that's how you have a whole book. When you see those guys, those motivational speakers, those other people, those seasoned guys, when you see them talking, you think that they don't have script. No, they have the script in front of them. So when the man finishes with that script is placed. If there are 4 sheets, 5 sheets, 10 sheets, it's done. If he does 3 or 4 or 5 lectures as per the time interval or the dates, that 1/4, he will sit now and put those lectures that he had been doing on those various topics. That's just how we have books. Orally, you can't write anything. You can. The mind will not recall everything readily. The script, that's why scripting is good. But our guys here, just see them on Facebook. Doctor in the two doctorate. What I think will do for you? What will do for the country? Just the people then can say, it will put food on our table. Don't mind that. Okay. All right. So that's it. Yeah. I just woke up with that email that God put that one in my mind. Say, well, you go put that one on your pointer. Yeah, man. Okay, so keep playing, huh? If you haven't started, start playing, yeah? the King's cash giveaway. We're giving you some money that midweek. We're going small. We entering a season. We'll try to command your money. The code is, how much we giving you? 8,000. 8,000. So it's 4,000. 4,000. 4,000 can give you 8,000. Yeah, it's 4,000. You're playing for 4,000. But when you play that 4,000, it will give you 8,000. So you see it. That 4,000 you're playing for. That 4,000, when you play it, it gives you 8,000. It gives you 8,000. So you are in the running for 8,000. But you have to get the 8,000 first, the 4,000 first. You are in the running for 8,000. But you have to get 4,000 first to give you 8,000. So you can take the two together. You can win the first 4,000, the second 4,000, that's 8,000. Dial star 79 star 24 hash. 24 hash. Yeah. That's it. And how much you're playing with? $1, $1 or 70 cents. Yes. $1 or 70 cents. So if you haven't started playing, start playing now. That star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents US. 4,000. 4,000. You win that 4,000. That 4,000 automatically gives you 8,000. So if you understand, meaning when you win 4,000, you win 10,000, you win 4,000 again. So that 8,000. So just be playing. Play as many times as you can, whichever way, however way, whenever you can, and then you will win. It's up to you. Season there, what the people say, or what they just send me. So the King support basket, please, it's still open. Oh, yeah, it's deep and wide. Please drop. We ain't get money. Oh, yeah, the money that y'all calling that, how they call it, REL. Yeah, the passing here through us. Yeah, but our own thing that the King support basket. You see that one? Our name on a King support basket. So please be dropping. Yeah, we beg you, be dropping it while we're getting in the season now. Pour on your budget. Make us one of your budget items. Be dropping there. $15, $20, $25, whatever. Just drop it there. 0777885 The local mobile money number 0777017-885. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go. Before we get to the line and the text messages, let's go. Let's go. These songs are so unique. The Congress of Democrats in the poll have overtaken the entire country. The entire country. Everybody going on that CDC song. Yeah, the poll gets single. Yeah, you're listening to this one. You're listening to one. Perfect, superb, unique, clinical. Yes.
Yeah. Go. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Wait. From the heart of Liberia, a new day is here. Hoping our voices and
oh yes, that's true, 100% true.
together as one.
From the heart of Liberia, new voices. Oh no, we gotta start this from the beginning. I tell you, these songs are so perfect, man, so inspiring. You just want to listen to them all day, every day. Let's go from the beginning. Listen to the wordings.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
From the heart of Liberia, a new day is here. hope in our voices and vision so clear. We gather as one under unity's call to build a foundation where justice stands tall. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Yeah. Hey. Hey. The people have spoken, their dreams now take flight. With wisdom and purpose, we march to the light. Brick by brick and hand in hand, we're shaping tomorrow across this proud land. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Hey. Oh. Yeah. From Monrovia streets to the riverside, we carry the promise with honor and pride. For peace and for progress, for liberty's flame. Together as Liberians, we rise in your name. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Yeah. So let the drums thunder, let the people sing for the CDC's future. Let freedom reign with faith in tomorrow and pride in our hearts. This is our beginning. This is where it starts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Come on.
Oh yes, the song is so perfect. How do you call this one? How do you call it? Mid tempo, eh? Yeah, got mid tempo. Mid tempo means in high, in slow, in the middle. Well, people can sing, man. Yeah. I forgot what I said. Just I didn't do also. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Oh, wow. Let's go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger. We are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here. Together we will grow. CDC is our party. George Way is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. Oh. Hey. We are Shian CDCians and the common people too. We build this new foundation with red, white, and blue. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, in CDC's big family, you'll always have a part. CDC is our party. George Way is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. They try to break us down, but we rise above with unity and hope and our liberty and love. From every street and corner, let this anthem sound. CDC is for everyone. Come and gather round. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hardy. This part is for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. So let the drums beat, let the people sing from our new headquarters. Let freedom ring. CDC forever, together side by side. All are welcome here with dignity and pride. Show let my 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 show let my
Hey, hey, hey.
show let my
Hey, 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 hey.
show let my
Victoria Alice, George Weah. But Vic, the man can sing, the man a musician. So all the beginning around him, they get it in their blood. If you're around a talented person, and if you aren't talented, then the problem not that person. The problem not God. Is the problem not even the devil that you're very sad. If you were a talented person, someone who is gifted, anointed, if you can tap into that anointing so that you come close or show the characteristics of that person, then the problem now with the person, the problem now with God, it's not even with the devil, you must blame yourself. And so the men are musicians, you're man. So all the guys around here, all the ladies, the tapping in is anointing. The tapping in the man's anointing. Okay. So let's go now. We'll get back to it. These songs are so unique, man. I like them. Yeah, I was preparing for the show. I was just listening to them. Yes, that's great. Yeah. So let's go. 077 0772 23 99 33 077980375. But keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Our partners are giving out 8,000. Please take that 8,000. So much money. Even though, yeah, but you can do so much with it. It depends on your situation. So you can take it. That star 79 and star 24 hash. Play with $1 or 70 cents. 4,000 can give you 8,000. Play as many times as you can. Don't worry. Don't say, oh, I have played, I haven't won. No, just the time you are giving up is when your breakthrough is about to open. That's how God works. Don't give up. Just keep playing. Play as many times as you can. Just $1 or 70 cents US. 4,000 Liberian dollars. Automatically, you get 8,000. So $1 or 70 cents can give you 4,000. That 4,000 give you 8,000 Liberian dollars. Yes. On the last pointer, Victoria added say we need the health education. Oh, okay, you need such on radio. Yeah, but that's what we're doing now. People not rating Vic. Nobody rating. Everybody get doctorate degree. Everybody. Don't even talk about the in Christendom. Forget all the pastors now, all of the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the teachers, everybody wants to be called doctor. Everybody get a number, but nobody writing. You can see any encyclical from any of those pastor doctors. Encyclical is a pastoral document, pastoral paper. That's how they call it in theology. Encyclical. You ain't see nothing. Everybody enjoy Dr. This, Dr. That. Remember, I'm not condemning, but let's use what? Because the essence of acquiring education is to expand it, is to transfer it, is to turn it into a legacy. Yes. So when our people have start to write, and they are around, other people will feed on it. It will motivate those who moving on to masters and to start writing, leading, taking on the example of those people. But when nothing is happening, all of the doctors sitting, how will motivate the other people? So we'll continue to read foreigner books in our country, using it in school. Yeah. Matthew Cholo Play says Liberia only have best educated criminals for government jobs. All right. Alfred N. Nimlan said there is a Liberian that has written books on Liberia called Dr. Mane Sumo. Okay, Chief, that's good. If you have his full contact, share it with me and I will get through to him and bring him on, let him explain. Yeah, so that you people, these are all public education. Yeah. Okay. So the other ones are just compliments. So let's go now. 0772-2399-33. The women's line 0777-9803. Yeah, the same way you get Israel Hatan this morning. Same way. Oh, y'all want this song. Y'all want. Let me show you one of the ways. Maybe I can do it in the next few minutes because the morning. Oh, everybody wants the song. You must send a song to y'all. Yeah. Hey, the way I want it, it will not go that way. If you have smartphone, the easiest way. So you can put your smartphone on. You go to Kings FM, and then you go to the radio, Kings FM. Then you put your phone on flight mode. The flight mode can stop the radio from playing. The flight mode is just there to prevent anything coming in that you will not want to disturb what you're doing on the phone. So when you put the flight mode on, anybody call, that's where you can hear the number you are calling is either switched off or out of coverage area. When anything coming in, the internet will not function, it will not do anything once the flight mode is on. But the radio will be playing. Then you okay. I don't know your phone, but every phone they have it. Then you press OK. So when the song is playing like this, when it's playing, nothing will disturb that song. It will play when it finish. When you go back to listen, that the same thing. Yeah. Because while other you're the same way you get Israel Hatan and you're just saying, oh, I want a song, send a song to me, send a song. It can't work that way. Yeah. But I will try before the close of the show. I will play all three non-stop. Then you can recall, you can get it for yourself. It's as easy to do. It's as easy. You just put your phone on flight mode. Then you put the radio on. You put it on record. It going through. Anything you're doing with that phone, whether that phone fall down, aim for now, a recording. By the time you take it, you open it, hear your music there. Yeah? So let's go now. Let's take a few calls, and then we are out for today, midweek. Hello. Yes.
Technical January. That different knee you bring again. Oh, the one now.
What gonna knee again now, my man?
No, what happened is the people that told you about they talking about government job. That's supposed. Now when Africa in Ezra, it was there. So many places we were doing, it was there. Africa people get their own book that they were reading. But in Africa, we just talking about one thing. We were talking about book. The book we learn to do government job. Spending money. Thank you so much for what you bring out.
Oh yes. So you say Sabato.
Talking.
Yeah, I know. Ivory Coast get the doctors that write books for their country.
All the years we spent down there, we used to visit their children when the children were going to school. You know, from go there to run behind our children's school business. They were there. I declare, but to us here in our year, my boy.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
All right.
You bring us idea out. Then let us learn how to do what to do for tomorrow. That's what also we finish. We're not there again, but then I try. Let God bless you in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Sabato. What's in Sabato? Let's go to the women's line. Let's get to the women's line on 0777980375. Hello.
Hello, Sam Andrews.
Hey, Chief, that women's line, yo, they 0777. So move from there. Go on 0772239933. That the men's line here. Don't block the women, and so they can blast you. That the president property here. Don't try there. Hello. Oh, you went off, Chief. All right. I want to play my songs. Oh, these songs here. Yeah. I was preparing to come on the show. I was listening to them. So I want to go back to listen real good. So I'm taking a few calls, then we are out. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Brother Andrew, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank God. And you?
This is Satakia Zulu calling from the old road, Jason. Tim, the music, I've been sick 1 month. Today and yesterday when I heard the music, just now when you were playing the music, I jumped up from my bed and started thinking. So when it comes to Joshua, it has to be good. Yes, what it is about Joshua, it has to be good. I want to thank the guy that made this music. Let it continue. We will dance the music. God gave every one of us long life. 2029. On the quota, just how we dance, monkey. We are going to dance it. We just pray for long life. Thank you.
You let the other people say they come in PR or they say their song and they come in produce for the December sales. It will be more than your own.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Let's go. A few more. Then we move on for today. Yes, just few calls. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 8,000, 4,000, but 4,000 can give you 4,000 at 8,000. That star 79 and star 24 hash. Play with $1 or 70 cents. Hello.
Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Sam Johnson calling me. We are Chiki for character. You know the music you play about John, we are Jana is sweet, Jana Chikisu. So I want you to continue playing that music. That's where I am now. I'm sweating. I'll be waiting for you now to put it on.
Oh, you're dancing. You're dancing to the song, yeah?
Dancing character on my Bluetooth.
Don't worry. I come in.
Yeah,
Don't worry. I'll play
it for me.
Yeah, it's set.
Anything about John, we are let to hear.
All right.
So you give me Chikisu me.
All right, Chikisu. Joe, we are Chikisu. Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Sandro.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Mammy from 10th Street. Yeah, Sandro. Oh, that music. You know, I forgot for myself now. I forgot for myself. Oh, yes. Sidisha are talented. I enjoy that music. I enjoy it, but I get beautiful words to record. Yeah. The word is that Ifa. Oh, it's so, I know. Thank you. I listen again because I really want to start sweating again.
Yeah.
You know, Sandro, you're not dancing high, you're not dancing slow.
Yeah.
You're taking your own set of dancing it.
Yeah, the people they make different one. They get a high one, they get it not high, not slow, just different types.
Yeah.
The CDJs are talented, man.
Yes, Sandro.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Oh my. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sandro.
Yeah.
I'm having Shen, I blew that in me saying, I want me that chip I get to put in my Bluetooth.
Music, how you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, come in me order you get it. Only the people who get smartphone and when I get it, I got me order you get it. And a smartphone you get?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, using earpiece?
Yeah, I got new earpiece on it.
So I come in play it. When I play it, I'm not talking.
Okay.
So the way you get it, you must put the radio on, put it on Kings FM 88.5.
Okay,
wait now, I show you the step. Yeah, because when I get the time to say come to the radio station or sending it on your phone, and when you get time, we're too busy doing plenty of things there. So that is shortest way. So you put the phone on, the earpiece inside, you must make sure that it's on the station. Then don't cut the radio off. Let it be playing. You stroll down. When you stroll down on the screen, they will give you all the options. Then you see the flight mode. You put the flight mode on, then you leave it. Then you go to record. You start recording. Yeah, the high looking. The flight mode mean anything. Not anybody calling you or the internet. Wow. Nothing will happen to the recording. It will just be there. We stop all the things. All right. Hello. Hello? You on the air, madam? You are on the air. Let's hear you. Yeah. Yeah, let's hear you, my baby.
Yeah. I want
Your son? Okay, yeah. Before I start playing all the song there, I will explain it again. So yeah, your son just be listening, yeah?
All right.
Yeah, your son know about phone. That boy, that big boy, he know about phone go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my best. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Sanju.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, calling from Johnson Day. Thank you very much, my brother. The money everyone was playing the music I was dancing before I even play call. I got make my point this morning. Let me tell you, Sanju, when you grace, when God gave you grace. You can't tell people to do something for you. And the reason see every time President we are, you can say, oh, the President we are people that time go to the airport to go receive it. Let me tell you, a mega grace, the grace that they make it, and not small grace, that the grace you never want and they will not get it. That's why they're fighting with me. Let me tell you, that the recent people will be making me say, okay, they say the impact of the guy, money, the resources. What was it made me say for them? I about to be running to me, make me say, because they want the money, but because that people know they made a demon. So nobody will make me say for him. So wicked people, they're violent, wicked people surrounding him, they do wicked for like it's a blessing off. But don't let it a Christian, not about you. And the recent people can be watching to make me say for a party, and a party that never for party. You know, without paying people. And the council will make me say can be too far in the both year. Thank you very much, my brother.
Okay, go. Let me see. Let me go to the men's line. Hello.
Samaju, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, well, Samaju, this is Mohammed Donzo for Fana Jr. Samaju, I listened to Luther Taber on OKFN.
Chief, I ain't talking about no Luther Taber. Hey, come on. What's that? I ain't talking about no Luther Taber. What do you hear on the show? Every talk show host, they have the line of discussion. It can be two, it can be one item, it can be two items, it can be three. That's what you go by. You don't bring something that the talk show host discuss. If you want to discuss it, you can do it on your personal page. But don't Israel talk about that thing day before yesterday. Your entire with the Luther Taper, Sonny. You're elevated, man. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Luther Taper, that's somebody to give attention to. Hello.
Yeah, this is Jackson calling from Yola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the song what you're talking about, so we not get big food, we get America, we won't get it. How we can get it?
Well, yeah, I know, my man. I know. But you don't get it.
I want to the station. I told you
yeah, okay. Yeah, can't you can't Israel be here. No, get to you.
Why we are going there the security will not give me chance.
But you even come to the plane and you say security and I get you chance.
Okay. I will come.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Okay. So let me do it now because I want to talk my George Weah returns 2029. Yeah. That one can give me zeal. I can get spirited. So let me explain it. Then we play the songs. So I'm playing all three. That three. We'll not have the time. Even if you came to the station, we're busy here and there. We'll not really have the time to see. We're sitting down for you to record or whatever. Yeah. So that way you can record. When I want to record some things, then that I can do. The easiest way. You put your phone on recording on Kings 88.5. You set the radio station first. When it's playing, then you slide the screen, you slide. Then you look for flight mode. Flight mode, you see the airplane sign. That airplane sign, that what they call flight mode. You OKA, the light will come on. When the light come on, it means that it's already on flight mode. Anybody calling, it will not come. It will not stop the recording. You hear the number you are calling is either out of coverage area or so your recording will go on smooth. But when you put it on flight mode, anybody calling or when the internet on, anything, it will stop. The recording will stop. That has some people on the recording say, hey man, I was recording the thing. And then what happened? So I ain't got a phone recording it. No, they didn't put it on flight mode. They just start recording. Anything I want to record. Anything I want to record. And I see the shampoo, the foreign story. I recorded it on my phone. I was coming when they were playing it. When BBC was on, I was in the car. And because of the importance of it, I couldn't run back to my house to put the system on to record. So I just put my earpiece on, put the radio on, and then stroll down, put the flight mode on. It's on BBC, a recording. So when I reached to the office now, I just had to dump it in a computer. So while in the traffic, I'm recording. Yeah, you can do it. So y'all get that? So let's do it now. I know all of y'all get the instruction. So we're going. Let's go. This is the first one.
They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger, we are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here, together we will grow. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure, CDC is a way of life. We are Shian CDCians and the common people too. We build this new foundation with red, white, and blue. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, in CDC's big family, you'll always have a part. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure, CDC is a way of life. They try to break us down, but we rise above with unity and hope and our liberty and love. From every street and corner, let this anthem sound. CDC is for everyone, come and gather round. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure, CDC is a way of life. So let the drums beat. Let the people sing from our new headquarters. Let freedom ring, CDC, forever. Together side by side. All are welcome here with dignity and pride. Show let my show let my show let my show let my.
That is the first one. Here is the second.
Yeah. Go. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Wait. From the heart of Liberia, a new day is here. Hope in our voices and vision so clear. We gather as one under unity's call to build a foundation where justice stands tall. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The people have spoken, their dreams now take flight. With wisdom and purpose we march to the light. Brick by brick and hand in hand, we're shaping tomorrow across this proud land. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. From Monrovia streets to the riverside, we carry the promise with honor and pride. For peace and for progress, for liberty's flame. Together as Liberians, we rise in your name. Rise up, CDC, let the whole world see. We're building a future for you and for me. With courage and truth, together we stand. A new headquarters and a stronger land. Yeah. So let the drums thunder, let the people sing for the CDC's future. Let freedom reign with faith in tomorrow and pride in our hearts. This is our beginning. This is where it starts. Yeah. Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Come on.
And this is the tip. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger. We are ready. We are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here. Together we will grow. CDC is our party. George Way is our leader, standing proud and hard. This party's for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. Oh. Hey. We are Shian citizens and the common people too. We build this new foundation with red, white, and blue. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, in CDC's big family, you'll always have a part. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This fight is for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. They try to break us down, but we rise above with unity and hope and our liberty and love. From every street and corner, let this anthem sound. CDC is for everyone. Come and gather round. CDC is our party. George Weah is our leader, standing proud and hard. This part is for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life. So let the drums beat, let the people sing from new headquarters. Let freedom ring. CDC forever, together side by side. All are welcome here with dignity and pride. Show let my show let my show let my show let my.
Those are the three songs. Okay. Josephus Manning, you're on WhatsApp, so I will send it to you. So those are the three songs there. Be inspiring, great songs. Those songs are too great, man. The people can produce. We're not in competition. Unity Party produce. Wow. We're not competing. We've done ours, and our guys still producing. Yeah, we're not in any competition. Whether you're a producer, you're in producer, that you're been. We're not in competition. Where my girl? My girl, baritone voice. Where is she?
Drawing blueprints, breaking ground. A foundation strong where love will stand tall. Every break can be a piece of our hearts. A place we call our own. No matter where the road we go, the walls are rising. The rules are taking shape, building a new home. With love from the start. Through laughter when tears, through the struggle we face, we'll build it strong, fill this room with joy and grace.
You can sense, so you see, you feel the naturalness in the voice and the fluency of the words. Yes, that's what they call music. When you say, oh, the person can sing, him, not just the sound. Is the pitch of the voice, the fluency of the words. The fluency. It's not that thing where people fighting all over the fighting. Tota. They can say that Jesus. Yeah, please share the show, yeah. They said they were formerly all wars, eh? They said they were fighting all tota. Hey, yeah, listen to the word. Listen to the word. Sense the naturalness in it, the fluency, the pitch of the voice.
Yeah. Oh. but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger, we are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here. Together we will grow. CDC.
Daniel, for sure. You sense it, eh? Our men, listen, I'm condemning them. I'm condemning. They're great Liberians. Great Liberians. They sing so well. Their songs are inspiring. But what I've known of most Liberian musicians, they struggle with words. They fumble on words. The sentence is in word structure. So the message becomes vague to understand. When the message is clear, or the wordings, the fluency, not struggling for words, know what to say, what you want to say, how you want to say it, when you're going to say it. It's practiced over and over, over and over. At the close of the day, you have a perfect song. And this is what, listen to the wordings of the guy. Listen to the fluency, the page, the naturalness of the voice, the wordings. It's not dragging, not fighting to pronounce. Pronunciation is key. Listen.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. They broke down our headquarters, but it didn't break our soul. CDC stands stronger, we are ready, we are bold. From West Point to Point 4, from New Crew Town to Congo, all are welcome here. Together we will grow. CDC. Our leaders standing proud and hard. This part is for the people, for the common man's fight. CDC is more than a structure. CDC is a way of life.
Okay, all right.
We are seeing CDC.
All right. Hold on, that door. We'll go who with it. Yeah, you're getting that? We don't just listen to music because we have the passion for music. What draws the person? When you hear the person say, "Oh, I like that song," these are the things, not just the sound or the beat. All right. So, you see, the same thing I said, I was preparing for the show until I forgot to inject this. Yeah, I just saw it on the draft. The awful thing that occurred, and Richard Cohn should feel sorry for himself on this, and his deputy. How in the world a speaker, a man who calls himself speaker, a man who still teaches at the university, been teaching at the university, because instructing is purely psychology. The guy faltered. They were there, he and his deputy, the acting chief clerk or whatever his position, did not know what he was reading. And it stirred up uneasiness in most, if not all, of the lawmakers. Instead of the man who presides over that flow with his deputy being sober and thinking what to do to correct the situation, since it was an embarrassing thing, wasn't thinking that way. Rather, he joined the merrymaking, he joins the funfair with his deputy, laughing of the man's error. Should you do that? The speaker and his deputy stoop so low of their personality. I thought they would have been convicted or bring out the guilt of bad leadership. What you saw on yesterday was a takeover with no preparation, but excited that he gained the mantle of authority as the speaker. Concerned about empowering people, knowing people deficiency and how to work on it, because everything that you're doing is public. It's not just assuming the role with the excitement, it's understanding the enormity of the tax and all of those things that will come along the way. So you preempt. So a clerk who is responsible to read those documents publicly, what do you want to do? You want to ensure that they are up to the tax, because you are facing the public. Every session in the Senate and the House of Representatives goes around the world. You have several TVs, several. You watch when they are in session, you see several live feeds. They're going all around the world. I cannot tell you how many people around the world uncomfortable and asking how can the Speaker of Liberia Parliament, along with his deputy, making fun of a man who was fumbling. I will talk weird stuff tomorrow. I beg you. Yeah, I have some things on my list because I want to do it in detail. So I will just take few calls and we'll use 1 hour, 30 minutes. That means speak to this thing. Because I watched the scene yesterday. It was not right at all. It wasn't. The two guys did not show any leadership, did not show any conviction whatsoever. I cannot be sitting over there and see a subject fumbling. Then I join the laughter. I should feel guilty because everything comes on me as the head. They stood so low. Why were you laughing? You speaker. And the very speaker doesn't read well. So I can see why he was laughing too, because I know that for a fact. The man doesn't read well. But that's not the issue. He is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. They go around the world. The man is fumbling. It was yesterday's scene was not the first. I think it was the third. So that should have rang bell in the speaker's ear. Instead of taking siege of the matter with seriousness, that when everything is over, you move. They're laughing. A deputy. No reason why that place is a frolicking ground. A frolicking ground is a playground where you see big men and women stoop so low like children. Me, Sam Andrews, over there seeing that, and then I will laugh. Then let God take me from the earth. Because, listen, it comes on you, not the people, not that man who is fumbling. You are the head. I will feel convicted. Because it borders on credibility. You sit now there laughing. Instead of being a bit sober and say, after this. Because, you know, that's what good administrators do. They look at the situation and say within themselves, we'll address this. And immediately after, they call the person and try to find out. Because listen, administration is all about, not all about, but it goes with so many things. But essentially, listening, watching, and asking yourself rhetorical questions so that you'll find solution in helping the person. And helping. That's why administrators don't just get vexed. They don't just start blasting. They take their time. And I like how those lawyers can behave. I know. Yeah, so you see sometimes say, oh, the person, yeah, because they want to find out why, how, so that they know how to insert themselves in the situation to find a solution. And that unique characteristics should not only be onto lawyers, it's for everybody, every administrator. The men stoop so low. So who blundered? Who blundered? In my opinion, it wasn't the clerk that was reading that everybody saw as blundering. It was the deputy speaker and the speaker and the deputy speaker that blundered. They created the scene. In news, my focus would not be on that man, but rather on the two leaders. What would be their reaction? What was their reaction? They were equally guilty as the man whom the people were laughing because he fumbled with his reading. So you want to look at the scene, take siege of it. That means after everything, when you shall have rested, the person arrested, then you find way with the people. What do we do? That the scene wasn't right, but it has happened now. Can we put a mechanism in place so that it doesn't occur again? Because the image is out. So administrators, they'll start. That's how they'll start thinking. And then they will move to the next stage to counsel that person. Because listen, that man was, I think he's still having that problem. He's traumatized. I don't think they did anything to counsel him. The next time that man has the responsibility to do a public reading, what will come to his mind? The past will become the present. So he will try, he will want to be perfect so that he doesn't get laughed at and criticized. And then he will make the same error because he will want to prove or do it in a way that he will have no mistakes so that people don't laugh. And when you try to be too careful, you tend to make mistakes. How a person doesn't repeat the past? Counseling. The boss sits with the person and say, okay, Sam, it went that way, I can understand. That was the situation. Such comes with the situation. The reason why you're saying all those things, you're just being psychological. So, because the person is down, is traumatized, so you want to get the person back into his or her normal self. So you're not going to say, oh, you were reading and you just fumbled that way, you did this, and then you're increasing the trauma of the person. The next time the person has such a responsibility, the past going to come into the present and the person going to be there. So you just want to be psychological. Yeah, that's the best way. Okay, the situation occurred. Yes, we agree that comes with the job that we do. Don't feel guilty. You didn't do anything wrong. It's natural. You were reading. That it could even happen to me. And something you put yourself into it. See, some great managers, they do that. Yeah? So it could happen to me. In fact, I've had some situations like this. So by the time that person finished talking, that relief will come. The next stage now will be the corrective measure. That the next time you have this, and let me assure you, this is not your last. Don't feel that way. Don't feel that you have committed a major crime. Don't look down on yourself. You will go back the next time to do it. But this time around, this is how you do it. You prepare it this way, yeah, just like that. That is the corrective aspect. The first one is the psychological aspect. So the person is relieved. So in there now, the person, you will hear the person come on and say, oh, because I formed this way, I think, or because of this, or because of that, I'm sorry. Next time I will rehearse well. I don't think that I did rehearse the script. So that's why it went that way. But that will not happen again. I will give it a better preparation next time. Right there. That person goes home. That person will sleep sound. I don't think that man slept sound last night. I think he stayed traumatized because, listen, if anybody that you have given that man courage and hope, the speaker in his deputy, by not laughing, but rather when people have laughed and you did do all that they can, then you move now to take hold of it. But when the boss is laughing together with the deputy, the person breaks down. Because who can give that person comfort? The boss. You find a scene like this. Somebody did something, everybody laughing, or his colleagues laughing at him in the office, and then the boss comes and say, okay, we agree. Hey, Joe, take it to mean nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't mind them. They are your colleagues. They just want to give you a little hard time. Let's go. Just the boss saying that, it gives that man great relief. But if the boss, his colleagues, are laughing at him again, then the boss comes and join the people, and the boss has to say something. What you doing happy to that man? And say that when I hope are depending on the boss, join the people. That's why you see sound, boss, rational administrator. They take their time to look into the matter. Sometimes they act that they know, sometimes they say, oh, come on, you'll leave it, guys. You'll go ahead. And then when everybody have forgotten or nobody paying attention, they just whisper to that guy to come in the office and say, look, my man, I know it went this way, went that way. Next time you do this, it's already happened. The institution takes responsibility for that because that's credibility problem. But please, next time, prepare well. Yeah. Simple. The boss is the counselor. The last person to counsel are the boss. The boss is not to criticize and condemn. Laugh in the presence of the person making the error. What they did on that day, on yesterday, did not represent them as speaker and deputy speaker. It did not represent their personalities. Boss, don't laugh at the employees when the employee makes mistake. That was an error. And we are told that it wasn't something that he did normally. He wasn't reading normally. So he was proxying. So you can hold such person, the rest of the guys too, who are there as representatives. Amen. No reason why. The place that has a representative, that just playground. Boys and girls. Sorry if I'm calling them boys and girls. You can be big, but when you stoop so low, I can never be in that thing, in that place. I laugh at that fellow. I will not do that. Because it reflects on all of us. It reflects on the leadership. What training that you put in place? How did you train the people? How did you empower them? Who do you know reads well and who doesn't read well? These are things as leaders you should know. So you know who is responsible to take on what responsibility at what time, and who will not take on certain responsibility at certain time. And it is not because that person is insignificant, but you want perfection. Why? Ask yourself why the coach will allow certain players to go ahead, certain players. Then we'll be sitting and say, oh, that man, I can play like that. The coach keeping you on the bench. No. the coach looks at the situation that it requires a certain player who can perform that task. Not that the other colleague can perform it, but the situation is different. Mourinho, he wasn't my favorite coach. Didn't coach my team Barcelona, but I used to like the decisions he would take according to the atmosphere, according to the game, according to the situation facing. And people used to be saying, well, when something wrong with Mourinho, how you put the player in 10 minutes? The player playing that minute, then he taking the player off. I mean, it's because he saw that that person wasn't. So he needed somebody who could operate over there, because everything the game borders on his reputation as the leader and the credibility of the team. So he brings in somebody who has the characteristics. Not that the other person can do, but people are different in their uniqueness, in their own ways. That man had not been doing it. So if he accepted the responsibility, it wasn't about perfection. You will argue, but the people there, they in the various departments, they have to do that thing, they have to practice. So, I mean, he was just mechanical. You will argue that way. But the atmosphere is different. You can be so excited. But once the stage is set, I cannot tell you in my radio experience how many people, hearing people outside, from outside talking, oh, the people there, oh, I can do that. When they brought them on the radio, just the first second, they gave up. They say, oh, so that the kind of stress you can go through, that the kind of terrible time here, it's too how. Because when just hearing or just seeing other people do, you think it's easy. So looking at his colleagues, so he felt that, oh yes, he could do. But then that identical atmosphere wasn't the normal. So the boss now in Richard Kuhn and the deputy boss should have said to themselves, we have not seen this man reading regularly. Let's assume this is his first. And so we don't expect perfection from him. We'll take seizure of the matter. If any person were to be serious over there, that Richard Kuhn, but because the speaker himself is playful, the emphasis is not on the deputy speaker. The deputy speaker isn't exposed. The deputy speaker isn't exposed. The speaker is the head of the flow. The same way he regulates people, the same way he tells people, put a man outside, put a man outside. Using that authority, the same way he should have used that authority with sobriety, looking at the situation, being serious of it, not laughing at all, and wait after everything, take siege of the matter. But he joined the people laughing at the man. What if that man had pressure? He could go off. He could have gone on and died. There are certain things at zero. No. You don't just joke with it. Even if people joking, you don't. They embarrassed the guy. We agreed that the man was mechanical, but chief, as head, man, you can't join the rest of the guys to laugh at the man. No, you can't join. If the colleagues are laughing at him, you, the speaker, you should be serious. If you make an intervention ready, you tell your colleagues, gentle guys, or fellow representative or honorables, please, let's leave it as it is. It is natural. He's human. It happened. And we're going to do better next time. Simple. You encourage counsel. Counseling is not only for pastors. Counseling for everybody. Everybody who is confronted with a situation or who has a responsibility to manage people, manage a person. That was bad. But again, that rescue government. You see, one thing you see one too. I say Rachel couldn't get manage that flow. You saw it yesterday. Just imagine that thing. Oh, the men join the people laughing. His biggest achievement, saying he went over there. Pull the bro outside. I said, pull the man outside. Sergeant, pull the man outside. Pull the man outside. What's the man other name? What's the phrase that he mean cliche man? Besides pull the man outside. That one other word. Okay. So that's it. That's all the time we've got. So the world's greatest team is playing today. FC Barcelona. Real Madrid was beaten yesterday. Real Madrid was not only beaten, they were outclassed, outplayed. From the very first minute in the first half, the ball was centered. Liverpool dominated Madrid up to the extra time when the referee blew the game off. Madrid was nowhere. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, that one they call, I know, Adogula, Camavinga, all of them, Jude Bellingham, nothing. Check their report card. Check the post-match report card. Everything 0-0-0-0. 0 shot on goal, 0 interception, 0 dribbling, everything 0-0. The only person who was active for Real Madrid, Courtois, the goalkeeper. He was the only man seen. You could not see Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Adogula, Camavinga. For Camavinga, that Mr. Red Card, the referee just helped him to stay on. But he was a candidate for a possible red card. The Liverpool coming into the game, Liverpool lost 4 games. They managed to win the game before yesterday's game. Liverpool wasn't the favorite. The whole world credited Madrid as the favorite going into the match. Why? Because of Liverpool dip in form or drop in form. It was a shock to Real Madrid fans to see their team play dominated, Liverpool dominating Real Madrid. Nothing they could do, nothing. Madrid, we told your Madrid fans until we can see the thing. You start playing or heavily depending on not Kylian, but Vinicius to do the running. We told you the same way you say when Lamine Yamal in Barca game, Barca is switched off. We accept it because our team that work in progress stay. Yamal was not there for 4 or 5 games. Barca went on to win. But we have seen, even under Carlo Ancelotti, once Vinicius is not on the pitch, Real Madrid is switched off. And if Vinicius is on the pitch and he's doing nothing, Real Madrid is switched off. The man who plays the game for Real Madrid is not Kylian Mbappe, it's not Jude Bellingham, it's not how they call my piggy man, baby face, the Brazilian. But Vinicius plays the game for Real Madrid. Liverpool did extremely well. Liverpool strategy worked. That maturity, that not strength, that maturity they used on Madrid yesterday. Madrid won with strength. Liverpool used common sense. Liverpool suffocated them in the pool. You are giving them 5 to 6. Look at that thing. Hey, you see the Madrid team here? Madrid team, that the people here. The people know that they just left penalty. And the referee can help them. Look at they denied the people penalty yesterday. The man playing with the ball in a box. He taking back with the ball in Real Madrid box. The people say no penalty. VAR call the man. Say act like you come in look at A when you go and so God say okay. I'm watching the game too. A Liverpool fan that won. Courtois was just hitting all the ball. When they bought the ball, don't hit it. They send straight, don't hit it. Real Madrid, oh, Courtois, the man back, the man in form. While we're watching the game, my back begin. They say the one that can go in and there, you can see it, it can pass straight through your hand, and I true. That head up, it passed through a hand straight inside. He said, no, I ain't get stressed. And all of us taste defeat. And PSG, and it be PSG. When it happened to your friend, don't be happy. It's just a matter of time before you taste defeat too. So the world's greatest team, FC Barcelona, is playing tonight. Yeah, that game we'll win it. We'll win it. When we win that game, when I come back and show them all, you tell me anything you want to tell. No problem. I will say no problem. We'll accept it. That's supposed to be shit. I see you. I see you. Your thanks for the time today. Where are our songs? I see you. The world's greatest team, FC Barcelona. Oh, we're playing away. We're playing away. So it will be tough. I can tell you all that game is going to be a walk in the park. I can't tell you we're going to walk what a minute. No. Our team now is shaking. So we're taking it bele. Even if we get draw, no problem. But it will not be good for us because we got to come out of that zone. If we win tonight, we'll have 9 points. It will not be easy. But we'll be praying. We'll be praying. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, please let FC Barcelona win a game. Lord God, you know our team not too good. Help us. Yeah, that made we. I see you, man. I see you. That's why I got in my red today because of Liverpool. I got Liverpool are going red. Yeah, Liverpool never walk alone. We never walk alone yesterday. I see you. Wow, songs. Wow, this is how we go home. Today is Wednesday. The news is on at 6. Join us for that in just under 30 minutes from now. And then at 6:50, Isiaka Sharif is in with CDC Hour. And then in the evening, the man himself, the man of the night, the man of the hour, the only teacher of the land, the only light, Anthony of Law, A.B. Will, with Face the Issues. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. Shalom.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.